Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for January 2024. And this month for you is largely all about more recreation and adventure coming into your relationships, important personal and professional image and reputation changes, and a lot of frantic yet auspicious career moves and changes to your path. Now we start off with Mercury turning direct in the sign of Sagittarius on the 1st of the month. This is your 5th house of love, romance, recreation, creativity, and your relationships with your kids. And Mercury will be here through the 13th of the month. And we also have Venus in this part of your chart through the 23rd. So the first half of January or so is going to be all about uncomplicating a lot of relationships and a lot of connections that you have with your kids, with romantic partners, with collaborators, and also removing a lot of heaviness, especially emotional heaviness, from relationship pursuits. This is also a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to develop, attract, and evolve a lot of emotional connections that you have by bringing in new creative and intellectual pursuits and rapports, bringing in that adventure. And we also see the exploration of a lot of new affectionate and love language oriented communications being exchanged across the board. And so those opportunities will be plentiful throughout the first half of the month. And this is also going to give a lot of creative pursuits that you have a big boost socially. So even things that you might be doing for professional reasons are going to be lifted up. And your relationships with your kids are also going to be transforming into ones that are a lot more, again, a lot more well bonded, a lot more engaged and involved, and maybe even a bit ambitious at times. We also have this other main influence of the Sun and Mars in Capricorn, your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, the teams that you work with, as well as the services you provide to the world and the value you get back for what you give to the world. Now, the Sun's going to be there through the 20th, and Mars is there all month long. And Mercury and Venus will be moving into this area after the 13th and the 23rd, respectively. This much activity in the 6th house is basically changing the way you show up and the way you are received in terms of your reputation, what you are known for when it comes to your work. Mars in the 6th house is a great time to really put the pedal to the metal when it comes to ramping up how much work you're taking on, competitive opportunities, and generating a lot of wealth through labor. We've got the Sun here also attracting a lot of better business opportunities, better business being, whether it's a better team or maybe better projects, maybe customers and clientele that are going to be a lot easier for you to work with, as a lot more enjoyable work period. This could also be a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to assume or take on a new role that could branch your career off in a different direction or your work life off in a different direction. And that is because we're also going to have this fabulous new moon on the 11th of the month in Capricorn in this very same space. We've also got the Sun and Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius this month. The Sun moving in there on the 20th, and Pluto beginning its transition on the 10th, but finalizing or completing its step into the sign of Aquarius on the 20th. So this is your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections and involvements. So the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all of your closest one-on-one involvements. And with these two here, especially in the back half of the month, this is going to be a time of enforced, accelerated progress when it comes to a lot of relationship ambitions, joint ventures, and joint pursuits. However, this is also going to be a time where a lot of matters of the past as it relates to maybe old legacies, old shadows, or maybe even old issues that have been carried into 2024 are also going to be going through a powerful elimination in everybody's own best interest. Causes, cores, and effects. Now, whatever these issues are, or wherever they are coming from, it does not really matter. Pluto doesn't really have much of a bias in these kinds of matters, especially when we have the sun there. But the good news is that this is also going to be a time where relationships and partnerships of all kinds, platonic, romantic, business, it doesn't matter, are getting a nice clean slate. New relationship opportunities are also getting attracted in, and we are seeing a big purge of the way that we used to live and carry on as, partners or as ourselves as it relates to our pursuit of meaningful relationships. We also have a full moon in Leo on January 25th. This is a full moon in your sign. This is your yearly clean slate full moon. And so what happens with this is that we get a chance to decide what we wish to purge, what we wish to eliminate from our lives, from our experience, right? A full moon in our sign, that's up to us to govern. What is it you do not want to keep doing or to keep having or to have follow you into the rest of this year? A full moon in the first house is all about giving us the chance to give a big no say or a big no more say. Now, we do have to put in the work, but with the full moon here, this is a big quit opportunity. What is it you would like to quit, detach from, clear, or abandon for good? You're going to get an easy out from this full moon somewhere. And finally, we've also got Uranus turning direct in the sign of Taurus on the 27th. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. And from the 27th on, for a good few months, Uranus is going to be making the work and career front a pretty shaky ground to be navigating. And that can get a bit stressful, right? Frantic and frenetic. But with Uranus also being direct in the 10th house, we're seeing surprise opportunities for growth, promotions, transfers, moves, anything that is going to help get you into the most optimal work, career, and environment set up for yourself to prosper. Uranus is also going to be transforming a lot of the lay of the land as it relates to your career, your field, or your vocation, and that can also make things a bit shaky and frenetic, but again, the opportunities to jump ahead, even ahead of schedule when it comes to certain growth or progress plans that you may have or may be customary to you in your field, that's also going to be there. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. Happy New Year, Leo. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.